Here we are at the Forest Centre on the 20th of September 2017 at the so-called drop-in event by the Environment Agency about the second consultation for the Covanta Incinerator. We are outside the facility because we have been told that we cannot video inside the facility. This is not because of they've got anything to hide, we've been told. It's not because of the people in there, because we could have asked them if they wanted to be videoed. It's because of the staff. The staff apparently don't want to be on record of any kind, and they were very clear on that. So you'll see behind me, this is the venue. There was a lot more people in there before. There has been reports, we've been manning outside, there has been reports that there wasn't enough representatives available for people to ask specific questions. There's a number of boards up there. A lot of them are showing the leaflet with the nice white building without the chimney on it. This particular one, this is the only thing they're handing out. It does have a chimney. A very a very stylised chimney, but a chimney nevertheless. But it is very brief.
What was your general impression of the staff in there? Were they informative?
Well, the staff I found very defensive. I asked how many representatives there were there. They said there was 11. I only counted 8. I then asked if there was any representatives from the National Permitting Service, which is the actual people who make the decision about whether this is going ahead, and I was told there was 3. Now, after much talking to several people, I found out their names, but they obviously don't know. These teams do not work together, obviously, because they didn't know who they were talking about. And the main person, Louise, who was very insistent that her team won't be subjected to any videoing or whatever, it's obviously given the impression that it's a done deal, and that's the way that her team are coming through, because we are standing out the front there, getting people as they come out, and we're hearing that a lot of people are saying the impression is it's a done deal, why bother? And that is what that whole setup is about in there.
So in your opinion, Nicola, is it a done deal?
I believe if we don't fight this now, that they will get away with it. That is a certainty. We have to fight. Anybody going in there, they're going to count numbers of how many people attended, even though they didn't bother to advertise it because they didn't have the budget. Lots of people have turned up. This says to me that there is still public concern out there. There has been instances that have happened in Covanta incinerators in Dublin, well, one incinerator in Dublin, since the first consultation, that needs to be taken into account of their ability to comply with EU law. And that demonstrates that very clear that they're unable to.
So what exactly happened at Dublin?
Well, there has been reports of fly infestations, which people are saying flies are coming into their houses in villages. Cafe businesses are being affected by customers leaving because there are flies in their businesses. And also there was 11 people involved in an incident that was to do with lime spillage and some fly ash being in places it shouldn't be. Now this is the very toxic part that's left over after the incineration. So these are very serious issues, and that incinerator has only been running for 2 months at the most. And if this is an example of how they intend to carry on, then we've got to fight this.
So I understand they say Covanta has got really not a bad track record. I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
I don't know what they're looking at, but it can't be Covanta. They only run, I mean, it sounds like they're a big business in the US, but they only actually run 41 incinerators. And at that 41 incinerators, we've had numerous accounts of times when their emissions have been over the limits, so much that they've had to be fined for it. I mean, they're allowed to go, this is the scary bit, they are allowed to go over the limits for 4 consecutive days without anything happening. But these are times when they've obviously gone over that and they've had to be fined. So this doesn't say to me a competent operator. They're supposed to know their business. They don't care. They have a budget to pay fines, and that's it.
So this sounds pretty brutal. Can you tell me a bit more about the site that they're intending to build on?
Over that hump, there, you see the hump of grass in the middle? It'll be there. It will be visible. I know there's a lot of tree cover, but it is so big that you're going to see it. You're going to see the chimney. You're going to see the plume. It's right up to the actual border line with this facility.
So what sort of size are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about the building the size of Cardington Hangars and the chimney.
I heard Wembley Stadium, is that right?
Well, yeah, you can liken it to Wembley Stadium, certainly. I mean, locals will know how big Cardington Sheds is because that, you know, if you go up anywhere near it, it dominates the location.
So all in all, this will be a disaster for this area.
Yes, there's no two ways about it. I can't even imagine, especially the forest centre here and what we are enjoying with the so-called regeneration after the industrial past. I can't even imagine what's going to happen to it. It's heartbreaking.
So what's your final message to, well, A, the EA, and B, the people of Marston
Well,
Vale?
to the EA, you know, you are a government department, you are supposed to be working for us. You're not supposed to put the interests of some American corporate company before the health concerns and the environmental concerns of locals. Like, we don't mean anything.
And what about the people of Marston Vale?
The people of Marston Vale, we need to act. We need to, I know you have put in comments in your thousands and, you know, and you feel like nothing's being done, you feel like they're not being taken account of. We need to do it again. This is the only way. If we don't object, it will definitely go through because, you know, that is a certainty. We need to object.
Okay, thank you, Nicola.